Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sammy. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. I post videos here on YouTube every single Sunday and Wednesday. So today's video is all about how to edit on iMovie. I've been editing on iMovie for about 4 years now, so I feel like I know how to navigate this app and I wanted to share my tips and tricks with you all. So yeah, let's get into the video. So let's talk about equipment. So I have a Canon T6i. I've been using this camera for about 4 years now, ever since I started my YouTube channel. I love it. I use it for photography and I also use it for videography and filming my YouTube videos. I really like it. I still have it. I'm probably going to be still using it for a really long time until it stops working. So yeah, that is what I use. I also use a tripod. I'll insert a picture here. Because I'm filming on the tripod right now, I can't really show it to you guys, but this is what a tripod generally looks like. You do not need a fancy, expensive camera to start a YouTube channel. You really just need a camera, so you can even use your phone. I've used my phone many times to film my videos on my channel. Sometimes when my camera dies or I don't really want to be carrying a camera around, I'll just use my phone and vlog like that. So yeah, you can, if you want to start off making a YouTube channel and you don't really want to invest in a fancy camera because you don't know if like this is what you want to get into, I'd suggest just filming on your iPhone camera or your Android camera. So the lens that I use is the 18-55mm camera lens. It came with my Canon Rebel T6i, and my dad got this other lens because he was really into taking pictures for a long time using my sister's camera and also using mine. So he got this lens. It is the 55 by 250mm lens. This is just a more up-close camera. I don't really use it as much as the lens that I have right now because this one is more wide shot. So for vlogging, I use the Canon G7X camera like this. She's very cute. I love her. I've been using this camera, I think I've had it for about 2 years, and I love it. I use it to vlog and sometimes I use it to film my like main YouTube channels, but I'm using my T6i today because I'd prefer that over this one for like a more sit down and chill video, and I like this one for vlogging, or like the Chloe Ting video that I recently uploaded. I used this camera because it is like just as good quality as the T6i that I have. Honestly, I would say it has even better quality. But I really like this. Oh, and this is the G7X Mark II. So when I purchased the Canon G7X camera, I bought it off of Amazon and it had like this whole set. So it came with an SD card, it came with like a camera lens cleaner, it came with a bunch of stuff, and it also came with 2 different tripods. The tripod that came with it was not that good, so I don't use it. I use this one. I really like this part because it can like move around where the camera sits, so like you can just kind of like fix that. So if you're like want to vlog like down or like up, I don't know, it's just really cool, and I really like this tripod and it fits my camera well. I also use my MacBook Pro to edit. I use iMovie, obviously, like, because that's why you're watching this video, but I use my MacBook Pro to edit, and I will use my iPhone XR to edit all of my thumbnails. So yeah, that is all the equipment I use onto planning. So I'm a planner. I really love to plan out my videos. I like to write it out. Sometimes I'll write ideas on my phone, but I really like to just flesh out the ideas on my planners. So I use this little notebook that is from Clever. Is it Clever? Yeah, I think it's Clever Fox. Yeah. It's just this dotted journal and I really love it. I just write down all of my ideas on here, but I have another like bigger notebook that I just got from Target, and I like to just write out all of my ideas, like the steps and like just a more detailed and fleshed out YouTube video. Like for this video, I just like highlighted it and wrote down all the things that I want to talk about and make sure I don't miss and all the points I want to hit. So yeah, I just use these 2 notebooks to sort of just plan out. So now let's go into the basics and some just like basic tips I feel like every person who wants to edit on iMovie should know. I'm using my MacBook to screen record, so this is all going to be in real time, so I'm going to just be editing and speaking to you guys about what I'm going to do for these clips. So we're going to be using the video that I recently uploaded, the Chloe Ting 14-day ab challenge. So I want to just kind of talk to you guys about a few basics that I feel like every person who wants to edit on iMovie should know. So the first thing that I'm going to show y'all is how to split a clip. So we're going to go over just like a little clip, and you can click split clip, or my favorite thing to do is to just hit Command B. That is how you can split a clip, and then you can just keep splitting like a bunch of clips if you want to like cut out a certain part or whatever the person is saying. Like it's super important to know this tip. So the next point I want to hit is how to zoom in. I'm sure you guys have seen in like many Emma Chamberlain videos where she like zooms in and it kind of just stays in her face. So that's what I want to show you guys. Let's say we want to zoom this little clip in. So what I'm going to do is click on that little square, which is basically the crop tool. And we're going to go to Ken Burns. And you're just going to click that. And that should zoom in. But now let's say you want to zoom in and stay there. You're just going to click on the part that you want zoomed in and stay there. And you're just going to click crop to fill. And then you can adjust the size of where you want the clip to kind of focus on. So let's say we want like my face. LOL, I look really bad there. And then you're just gonna click. Something totally different to my channel, but So that is how you zoom in and stay there. So now let's say you want to zoom out. So you're gonna click on that clip, and you're gonna do the same thing, go back to the crop tool, hit Ken Burns, and you guys see like start and end. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna start where you want that clip to start zooming out from. So let's say we wanna start zooming out from here. And then you're gonna click on end, which is that little bigger box, and you're gonna drag it out. And that is how you zoom out. Something totally different to my channel. Those are the basics. Now let's move on to overlays. Basically, how to make an overlay, I'm gonna show you guys how to do this little PNG Instagram tag pop-up that I do. I'm Sammy. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. I post videos here on YouTube every... So, what we're gonna do is you're gonna open up the Fonto app. So I use my phone to create all of my PNGs. Unless the PNG is already made, I will just Google it. But if y'all don't know what a PNG is, it's basically an image that has a clear background that can just pop up on your video, and there won't be like any background. It can be like a logo, like an Instagram, Twitter logo basically. So that's what I use to make these like little things pop up on my screen. So the first thing that I'm gonna Google is just Instagram tag PNG. So then you will just click on images, and you'll find the PNG that you think will best fit your video. How you know it's an actual PNG is that you download it and you try it in Fonto, or you make sure that it has like those gray lines in the back. All of these honestly suck. So the one that I use, oh, I think it's this one. Found it. Okay, great. So we're gonna open up the Fonto app and photo albums, and you're gonna go to all photos and click on that image. So as you guys can see, it popped up. I'm gonna add text, and I'm just gonna put @samanthaarioss on over the little box, and you can just adjust the size, but I feel like that size is perfect. It fits it perfectly. And then what you're gonna wanna do is save image as PNG, and what I'm gonna do, add. And then what I'm gonna do is just airdrop it to my computer. I'm gonna drag it into where I want it in my movie. So, let's see. Please be I'm Sammy. So, I'm gonna drag it to where I say I'm Sammy. Sammy. So, like I said, you can just move this little tag wherever you want, but I like to put it over me, just to like, so people know that that's me. And then you can click on the dissolve, but you don't want dissolve, you do not want that. So you're just gonna put, so you know where it says 0.5 seconds, you're just gonna put 0 unless you want it to kind of just like appear, but I like to just pop. And then I'll click the little check mark. I'm Sammy. And then it'll pop up. And so what I'll do is I'll add a little audio clip. So the one that I use is bottle cork. Sounds like this. And I'll make sure to align that where my overlay pops up. So then it'll just show up like this. I'm Sammy. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. I post videos here on YouTube. So yeah, that is how you make an overlay / Instagram tag. The next thing I'm going to be showing you guys is how to add a picture to the video. So now I'm going to show you guys how to add a picture to your clip. So what I'm going to do is airdrop my picture from my phone to my computer. So as you guys can see, it takes over the entire clip. So I'm just going to click on the picture and then click on picture in picture. And as y'all can see, it's not showing the full entire picture. So I'm going to go to that little crop tool, crop to fill, and just open that up. And then it's very tiny. So I'm going to drag the little corners and make it bigger, put it on the side. So then I'm going to also do 0 seconds. And yeah, that is basically how you add a picture into your video. Free because I am lactose intolerant. So one thing I noticed throughout, one thing I would say is that you can't have 2 pictures in the same clip. You can't stack one over the other in Imovie and then just have them in like separate places. Like I said, you would have to save this video. Let's say you have the finished product, then you'll open it up in another file and you'll open up another movie and you'll add the picture over where that overlay is, but the overlay won't show because it's already like a set file. So that's basically how you could add another clip. That there's no way to do it on iMovie if you wanted that. So yeah guys, those are my 2 tips on how to add overlays onto your video. Those are basically like the 2 main things that I would say you should know, because then after knowing that, you can add any other PNG, any other like logo you want to add, or any other image. You can even add like a moving video over this video. It's possible. It's just, you're just using the same steps. You're reusing the same steps and making sure that you click on that crop to fill and dragging out that clip on how long like you want that picture to be shown or video. So now I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a cute transition like the ones that I've been doing in this video. So what you're going to need for this is just a phone and the Fonto app. And like I said, Google any background photo you want. So this is different. You don't need a PNG. You just need like a regular background picture. I'm just going to look up pastel pink. That's kind of the transition that I want to make. And I'm going to do, which one? There's so many pastel pinks. Save, add to photos, and then we're going to go to Fonto. I'm just going to go to reset and I'm going to add that photo. And I'm going to add text, let's say transitions. And I like to use the font I can't speak. Helvetica Bold Oblique. That is this transition font. This is the font that I use in all of my videos and thumbnails. So now let's say you want to add like some stars or like hearts or whatever. That really just depends on what you want. But you can just Google heart PNGs or star PNGs. I think I'm going to do stars. And I'm going to just Google star PNGs. Oh, this one's definitely a PNG. Found a PNG. That's cute. And I'm just going to save image as PNG, and then I'm also gonna, you can also move the stars if you want it to be like a moving kind of transition, but I think I'm gonna move it actually. I'm gonna move it down. And then we'll save image as PNG. So now I'm going to airdrop. So like I said, you're gonna wanna click crop to fill, and I'm not gonna open it up all the way. I'm just gonna make it like so it's a rectangle, and then also bring this one down to where it's a rectangle. And as y'all can see, there are the moving stars. I would recommend just making like the clips very short. And that is how you make the moving stars. Like I said, you can make it with like moving hearts, moving whatever. Like that is how you make a nice little cute transition. So let's talk about filters. So I like to add a filter to all my videos. I feel like it just makes it pop more and it adds more of like color because my videos are like very bright and like white because my background is white and my lights are white, so it's always just very white cast. So I always like to add a filter. So for this, all you're gonna need to use is the app VSCO. So VSCO, besides editing and adding filters to a photo, you can also edit and add filters to a video. So you do need VSCO X, but I think it's worth it. It's $20 a year, so it's like a few cents every month, and I really think that it's worth it because I post weekly and I just really like the filters because it gives you all of the filters on there. So all you're gonna need to do is upload your video to the app. And I'm gonna edit video. Welcome to my channel. I'm Sammy. So the video that I'm gonna be editing is the most recent video on my channel. It's my cover of Selfish by Madison Beer. I think adding a filter helps the video a lot. My favorite filter I use for all my videos is AL3, but I've also used N3. It looks weird in this video, so it really just depends on like the type of video and the type of lighting that I have. So then you're just gonna click on preview if you want, so you can preview the entire video, and then you can click next, and then just save that to your camera roll. I love VSCO X. I'll just airdrop my videos from my computer to my phone, which is like the most efficient way to do it, and then I'll just edit it from there. You can also like add the exposure, you can fix the contrast, you can do so many things. So that's why I think that VSCO X is worth it. That is how I filter my videos. So let's talk about making a thumbnail. So I make my thumbnails with Fonto once again. I know people kind of like use PixArt. I have PixArt, but I think that my favorite way to use and edit a thumbnail is through Fonto. So let's pull up Fonto. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Play in Images, and I'm gonna click on this black one. And then I'm gonna do Custom, and we're gonna do 1280 by 720. That is the thumbnail size. If you make a thumbnail without using like this or using another app to compress the picture, it'll show up really weird as a thumbnail, or sometimes YouTube won't accept it because the file is too large or too small. So I like to use just this plain background to kind of like build off my thumbnail from. So then you're just gonna click on the three dashes and you're gonna add image. Let's say I'm doing my morning routine and I'm gonna add this picture. This is me and my puppy Zeus. And I'm just gonna resize it, so I'm gonna make it bigger. And you just wanna make sure that your picture fits this black plain image. So now that the photo is at a reasonable size, I'm gonna go to text, just add text, and I'm gonna write morning routine. Like I said, I really like this Helvetica oblique font. And then what I personally like to do with my text is I will go to style and I'll go to stroke and I'll do black, and I'll bring up the alpha all the way, and I'll make the width, oh my god, did I just say width? And I'm gonna make the width 8. I think size 8 makes it like the perfect boldness, because then it'll like pop in the thumbnail. Once my video has been uploaded and it's in its draft form, I will just click on add personal thumbnail or add custom thumbnail, and then I'll just airdrop my picture onto my computer, upload that photo, and then it should work. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is music. So there's a lot of music content out there, but a lot of it is copyrighted. So I suggest going on YouTube and looking up no copyright music. There are so many channels that are like no copyright YouTube vlog music, no copyright aesthetic music. There's so many channels out there and so many videos, so you can definitely do that. But my favorite thing to look up is the aesthetic, no copyright, free music on YouTube. What I'll do once I find like the song that I want, I'll make sure that it's still not copyrighted. Sometimes it'll say it's not copyrighted, and then you'll upload it onto your YouTube channel, and then YouTube will give you a strike, and then you'll upload it anyway because you really like that song and you don't want to edit the song out. But there are ways, like YouTube will let you upload a copyright song. Your ad revenue will just be paid to like that person. So it's fine as long as it's not like an actual strike. As long as it's like a little warning that YouTube is like, this won't affect your channel in any way, just letting you know that this song is getting paid to the other person, and that's completely fine. Personally for me, because you know, they're artists and they need to make a living, so give that money to them. Copy your link, paste it in the YouTube to MP3 converter, convert it, and then download it, and then it'll be an MP3 so you can upload that to your computer. Well, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I just wanted to kind of sum up the basics of iMovie for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel or wants to start editing on iMovie. I love you guys so, so much. Los quiero mucho. You are a light in this world. Muchos besos. Mwah. Bye.
Woke up at 11 o'clock, I ain't got no job, what the hell should I do today? This feel like some